Hi there, my name is Showit and this is Finance Central. We have gone over some basics of investing in my previous videos. I talked about the importance of starting early and staying invested. Also, I talked about other things like having an emergency fund, paying off debt, building credit, etc. But if you do not have your house in order, you may not be able to just start investing right away. Hence, I'm making this video to get you thinking about a checklist that leads you down the road to investing. When I was growing up, I thought investing was a job that the people in the suits did because they have the kind of money and time that allows for it. But in this day and age, with investing apps on all our phones, it has become really easy to participate in the stocks and bonds markets. There are some alternative markets like crypto, commodities, foreign exchange, etc. But we can stick to the simplest one for the purposes of this video, the stock market. As I mentioned before, the sooner you start, the easier it is to build a nest egg that makes life generally easier. Investing always comes with some risk, and so it is important to have some solid financial foundation before you begin. With that in mind, let us go through the checklist to help make sure that you are ready to start investing. Number 1. Have a steady income. Your expenses do not care about your income. Some expenses are unavoidable and recurring every month. Even if you decide to live a minimalist life, we all just need money to live. When we are young, we may decide to take some risks and live on credit, but the sooner you have a steady income, the better it will be for you to start the settling down process. This is not to discourage you from starting a business, but do not forget to pay yourself. Once you have a steady income, you can start with the planning process of investing. Number 2. Have money left over after meeting your financial obligations. With the steady income now a given, you must make sure that you're living within your means. That means your expenses should not be more than your income. At the very minimum, you should make enough to cover your rent or mortgage, your food, car insurance, commute costs, and any other needs you can think of or are unique to your situation. Then, you may spend on some entertainment or indulge in some decadence once in a while. At this point, you must have some money left over. As you increase your income while keeping your lifestyle in check, we can reverse this by first setting money aside to save and invest after you get paid before paying off your expenses. Number 3. Consider the effects of upcoming life changes. As you are going through your life, things like marriage, children, divorce, etc. are life events that can throw a wrench in your plans. But these things do not just happen suddenly. If you are conscientious, you will see them coming a mile away and be able to plan for them. Anticipate these events and set goals for your investment plans accordingly. Number 4. Build up your emergency fund. Before you start investing in risky assets like stocks, make sure you have money saved up for an emergency in a checking or savings account. This money may lose its value due to inflation, but it will be invaluable when you actually need to access it in an emergency. When you invest, you have no control over the market, and the emergency could happen when the markets are down. When I talk about investing, I am generally talking about long-term investing. So we do not touch this money unless there is a predefined plan for it. Build up a 3 to 6 month emergency fund before you go all in on investing. Number 5. Do your homework. Take the time to read up on the markets or assets that you plan to invest in. Do not invest because you just got a tip from a friend or you read something on online forums about a stock price about to pop in the short term. Learn about ETFs and other passive investments. Make yourself aware of terminologies And if you use products in your daily lives that you're very happy with, learn about the companies that make them and about their financial health. When you start off, you do not need to involve any financial advisors. There is plenty of free information available online, but only read from sources that do not have an incentive to take your money or drive a stock price in a certain direction. Number 6. Know your risk tolerance. The general rule of thumb is that when you're young and you're just starting out, your risk tolerance is high. If you lose 50% of a $100 investment, you only lose $50. As you get older and have built up a nice, say a $10 million nest egg, you cannot afford to lose 50% of that, as it will wipe off 20 years of your earnings, as well as you do not have the time to make it all back. But as usual, the advice depends on your own personal situation, and only you know what is best for you. So think about where you are in your risk tolerance journey and plan your investments accordingly. Number 7. Have realistic expectations for your returns. There is always going to be a risk to return direct relationship. You cannot invest in something that has historically, say in the past 100 years, given 5% return on average and expect a 20% return in your very first year. It is not out of the realm of possibility, but still the expectation is unrealistic. There are always disclaimers that past performance does not guarantee future results. But unless something drastically changes the underlying asset value, you can expect to get similar returns as they were in the past. Number 8. Develop a diversified investment plan. As the saying goes, do not put all your eggs in one basket. Do not just pick a company and invest all of your money in their stock. Multiple decade-old companies have gone bankrupt, like Sears, Kodak, etc., and new companies have taken their place as technology disrupted them. Have your money invested in different companies, in different industry sectors, in different geographical markets, in different asset classes, so one asset's failure does not lead to wiping away all of your hard-earned money. Once you reach this point, you're ready to begin investing. Do not be afraid. Starting anything new is daunting, but you get used to it. Do not get discouraged when you see your brokerage account value drop below the cost basis, like many did in 2008 or 2020. The markets have come back roaring, and there is more help for those who stay invested than for those who do not. Please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That is it from me for now. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye and have a wonderful day.